Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for Monday, January the 13th, 2020. Okay, and it's called If They're Not Rooted, They'll Branch Out and Leave You. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 Samuel's 22, 3 through 4. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation. He is my stronghold, my refuge, and my savior. From violent people you save me. I called to the Lord, who is worthy of praise, and have been saved from my enemies. Okay, so I just read this, I just read this story on Facebook, and I immediately had to come and write about it. Okay, and it was about this girl named Desiree. She's a cheerleader, and she has Down syndrome. And, she's really cute, and one night at a game, she was just dancing and cheering. But she was a little offbeat because, like I said, she has Down syndrome. All right, so there were these bullies that were making fun of Desiree, okay? And, you have some sick people out there that do that. But there were these 3 basketball players who just so happened to be sitting on the benches at the time, and they were taking a rest, But they didn't even want to rest when they saw what these bullies were doing. They jumped up off of the benches, they ran over to the bullies and backed them off like Yosemite Sam, okay? They made them beat it, all right? So in the bleachers, unbeknownst to them, Desiree's dad was watching all of this going on. And he started crying because he was so touched by the fact that his daughter has 3 angels sent from God to protect her when he's not there to do it. And the press interviewed the boys, and the boys said that they're actually friends with Desiree, and they talk to her on a regular basis. And they made a pact that they're gonna always be there for her. So they also interviewed the boys' fathers, and the fathers were so touched that they had raised 3 boys that were so loving and brave and would do something like this. Isn't that a great story? All right, so there is proof that I read this, okay? And here are the 3 angels, okay? And then last but not least is the beautiful Desiree. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love that story. Okay, so now we're going to go to Proverbs 18:24. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Okay, all right. I've always in my head considered myself to be a tree because I'm 5'9" and I have the nerve to put on 4-inch heels, okay? All right, so, and then I have some guys, guys are silly. They even call me tree sometimes, just being cute. All right, so I developed this concept, about myself, and, just like a tree, I have certain friends that are like leaves, all right? And as soon as the fall comes, all right, and I'm down there on the ground, they blow away. They're gone with the wind, right? We all know about those, all right? And then when it's sunny again, they're all of a sudden back. Okay, when I got some money, but my mama didn't raise no dummy, okay? So you can keep it moving, all right? But then I have those friends that are like branches on the tree, okay? But as soon as I'm out on the limb and I reach out to them, they suddenly break on me, okay? And then I fall into the ground. And when I have made that stumble, something down there makes me humble when I'm face down on the ground. And that's those roots, okay? Those roots that are there when I'm suddenly dumbfounded. But I suddenly realize why God kept me surrounded by them, okay? Because they have always kept me grounded. All right. So just like a tree that doesn't need the leaves or the branches, but it still stands firmly planted. I don't take my roots for granted because that's the way God planned it. All right. Corny, but cute, and it is true. Facts. All right. So I have a power thought. Roots get stronger when you keep them covered in soil, and they'll hold you up in the name of Jesus. All right. That was a fun one, guys. And it was a bit cruel, but I wanted to, the bully part, but we need to face that. We need to talk about that because that's what's going on. And unfortunately, a lot of our kids are committing suicide these days at a very young age. All right. So we're going to back off these bullies just like these boys did. If you see it in your workplace, on the streets, on the train, anywhere, remember what Yosemite Sam, my favorite, would do. Back off. Love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah.